Hello everybody, welcome back to C&S Corvettes in beautiful sunny Sarasota, Florida. It's your Corvette buddy Lyle here to talk to you about more interesting, exciting, and hopefully helpful Corvette stuff. Today we're going to talk about one of the jobs that we do here 3 to 5 times a week and have done for well over 15 years at this point. We're going to talk about the front engine kit on a C5, C6, the differences between the kits, and the fact that we are now offering the complete kit just for you. Some exciting news, guys. It's that time of year again where we introduce our new t-shirt style for 2026, just in time for Carlisle. They're really going to be for sale to the public for the first time at Carlisle, but I'm kind of doing a soft opening on our YouTube channel for all of our subscribers because you guys help us more than anybody. Here's the deal. We like to make C&S Corvette t-shirts. And if you watch our channel, you probably see me and the guys and stuff wearing shirts with our logo on it, right? Well, I've got something special, especially for you C4 guys out there. You know, C4s don't get a lot of love. They really don't. I know that I have had requests for years to do a C4 themed t-shirt. So we tasked our local artist, Thomas Beasley, with creating something really unique and very much 80s inspired to show off how cool the C4 was and is. And let me tell you, I think he did an awesome job. Check this out. You've got the 80s colors. You've got the LCD dash coming out from the distance at the bottom there, driving at night in the city in the 80s. I think this is cool. It's one of the most colorful shirts we've ever done, and I am so excited to offer it. It's going to be available on our website. We've got medium, large, extra large, 2X on the shelf right now. You also get with it one of our really sweet UV coated stickers for your back window or for your toolbox. These are clear stickers, and it's just the shape of our logo. So it's not just a big rectangle. It's actually clear. It's very subtle, but the colors pop on it really nice, and the sun won't bleach it out in the first 3 weeks you own it. So for this and this new t-shirt, you're going to pay $30.40 on our website. They are in stock. If you want the coolest C4 t-shirt ever made, at least in my opinion, now you know where to get it. Come see us at CorvettePartsCenter.com. So regular viewers of this channel are going to be a little bit familiar with this particular problem with the C5 and the C6 Corvettes, just because we talk about it fairly frequently, as this is, by and large, the #1 age-related problem with these cars. The harmonic balancer, which really isn't a harmonic balancer because the engines are internally balanced, we still call it a harmonic balancer. Really, it's a vibrational dampener. But for the sake of this video, let's just call it the harmonic balancer. This is an original harmonic balancer. Now, one of the interesting things was with the LS engine, they did not have a keyway locking this in to the crank because it didn't matter where this was positioned because the engine's internally balanced. This was just there to hold down vibration. Problems that arise over time, though, have been extremely prevalent. What happens is you end up, let me see if I can do this way. One of two things happens. Either this starts to rotate around the crank, which means this is spinning, but this isn't, which means no alternator, no power steering, no water pump, no nothing. That's probably a secondary problem. The most common problem is that this inner hub and this outer hub are held together with a rubber seal. And I'm going to see if I can show you. You can see how this rubber seal in here is falling apart. Well, think about it, guys. With heat, time, and if you've got enough oil leaks, what happens to rubber? Rubber breaks down, which means you end up with, put this back together to show you, this will start, the outer ring will start wobbling on the inner ring, and you'll see it doing this, okay? And it'll be fairly pronounced. The real problems begin when it either starts walking backward toward your engine or walking forward towards your steering rack. That is when you need to fix this right now. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Fix this. Now, it's a mystery to me why GM decided to carry through with this product all the way from 97 through 2013. And even today, if you go to a GM dealer, this is the only balancer they will install on your car. They know it's a problem. They know it doesn't last as long as it should. And we refuse to install them. I have this one that I keep next to my desk because I explain this so frequently. What we use, the way heavier and way nicer Summit Racing replacement unit. Couple of things about this. Number one, this is not a two-piece unit. It does not have a rubber seal holding it together. It is guaranteed for life. It is substantially heavier and more solid than the unit I just set down. You will notice that this has a keyway in it, which does not get used in the C5 and the C6. This was able to be used on several different engines, but we have found that for replacing the balancer on a C5 and C6 for the money, this is the best unit in the world. It is SFI rated, which means it is rated for racetracks and racing legally. So it is made to last. It is an exceptional product. And unless you are actually going out and racing the car regularly, where you want to spend the $400, $500 on an ATI balancer, this is the best for a driver. This is the best option. So this is the core of our front engine kit. Now, while we're in there replacing the balancer, there's a lot of work that goes into getting access to all of this. So when we do this job, we actually drop the front engine cradle and the front lower suspension out of the car and set it aside and support the engine with a jack so that it's in place, but we have access to everything at the front of the engine. When we pull off your old Harmonic balancer, one of the first things we do is we replace your front crankshaft seal in the timing cover. So this is the snout of the crank comes out here and the balancer mounts here, but just like the rear main seals on your engine, with age, these are going to leak, and there's no better time ever than to replace this. We use the National brand. We've used it for years. We've never had a failure on them. We trust it implicitly. This is also part of our front engine kit. Another necessary unit that we include in our kit is a brand new GM balancer bolt. Now, the interesting thing about these bolts is they are single use only because they are torque to yield bolts. When you get everything put back together and you're torquing this down into your crankshaft to hold your balancer in place, you need to torque this down to 240 foot-pounds. That's a lot of torque. In fact, we'll get to another piece of our kit here that you're actually going to use to block off the flywheel or the flex plate so that the engine can't turn while you're trying to torque this down. The GM bolts have never been a problem, and I use them all the time. The only time I use the much more expensive ARP bolts is on actual race cars. I've never seen one of these fail when installed properly. A couple other of the key components to our front engine kit are the belt tensioners. So this is a main belt tensioner, and this is an AC belt tensioner. Now, some of you may not know that you actually have two separate drive systems on the front of your C5 or your C6. You have the main serpentine belt that drives your alternator, your power steering, your water pump, all that stuff. And then you have a separate belt that is dedicated only to running the AC compressor. So each of those systems has their own tensioner to make sure that those belts stay tight and run smoothly for years and years and years and years. The tensioners in our kits are built in Canada. They are not Chinese. And we have been using these for well over a decade. We trust them implicitly. Okay. One of the things I can tell you about is as these things age, now this is all aluminum, right? So there's a spring in here. This is spring loaded. The springs get tired with age. But the bigger thing we see is because everything's aluminum and there's a spring and a bearing in here, so this bolts up to the engine like this, straight up and down. With age, though, we will start to see these lean away from the block. When that happens, that throws off the alignment of the belt on here, starts chewing up your belt, and it can make your belt skip off, especially at high RPMs. So that's why we always replace the main belt and the AC belt tensioner. These are both included in the kit. Working in cooperation with those tensioners are idler pulleys. These are basically guide pulleys that keep the belt running where it's supposed to run. The C5 Corvette has a main belt idler pulley and an AC belt idler pulley. In the C6, they actually eliminated the idler pulley for the AC system, but they beefed up and put an entirely different idler for the main belt. And that's what this one I'm holding is. But if you order our front engine kit for the C5, you will get both of the correct idlers for your car. Obviously, if you order for a C6, you're only going to get one because it only needs one. These are also made in Canada, not China. So as we are obviously replacing all the things that guide the belts and keep the belts in line, we're also going to replace both belts. We use Gates belts. They are the best belt we have ever found. We have used them for well over 20 years. And I know there are cheaper versions out there, but I'm not going to put our name on anything other than these guys. Your AC belt, as you can see, is pretty small because it has one job. The main belt, a lot bigger, a lot more involved, a lot thicker. These are perfect for any LS engine. They will work on any C5 through C6 Corvette unless you have different size pulleys or you're running a supercharger or you're running, depending on the aftermarket stuff, if you have different size pulleys, this will always fit the stock setup, 100%. If you have aftermarket stuff, you're may need different belts. But these are absolutely correct. And there are C5 versions and C6 versions, each with their own kit. Another aspect of our kit that we find to be very valuable for long-term reliability on this entire install is we use a pin kit. Now, not do you need to pin every balancer you ever do? No. It takes about an extra 10 minutes to do, and it will, once you do this, the balancer can never ever rotate on the crank. Remember how we talked about there's no keyway in it? Basically, this allows you to make your own keyway. Let me show you how it works. So once you have your new balancer pressed onto the snout, and before you put the bolt in, you take this little CNC piece, and this basically has two holes in it. Those are your guide holes for your drill. You bolt this to the front of your balancer. You then drill using the included drill bit into these holes. You only need to pin it once. And what that does is it takes material half out of the balancer and half out of your crank. Then you pull all this out and you get hardened steel pins that you tap into that hole you just made, thereby locking the balancer on the crank so it can never ever spin. That is something you do on any performance car, but for the extra 10 minutes, you're already into this job. Why would you not do it? Because using this kit, the goal is you should never have to do this again in the life of the car. So this is important and we include it. And last but not least, you've reached the end, you've got everything installed, and you just need to get that big GM bolt through the balancer torqued down to 240 foot-pounds. You can't do that if you don't block off the engine from being able to turn, because you've got this big bar trying to tighten that down to where it needs to be, and it's just going to rotate that engine inside. So we include this block off plate with two new bolts and washers that bolts to where the starter bolts up on your block, and these teeth go onto your flywheel or onto your flex plate if you have an automatic, and this locks the engine in place so that you can truly get to the 240 foot-pounds required to make sure that that balancer never comes loose and never moves. Super, super useful, and you can't do it without it, I promise. That's why we include it in the kit. We use it every time we do one of these jobs. To my C6 owners, I want you to be very aware that when you go to buy this kit, you need to know whether your car has the dry sump oiling system or it does not. So if you have a base car, you probably won't have the dry sump oiling system at all. You may have it on a Grand Sport. You will definitely have it on a Z06. But you need to know because actually the AC belt is slightly different. It's routed a little differently on the dry sump cars, and you will need to select non-dry sump or dry sump to make sure we get you the right AC belt. So don't forget that. So these are the parts that comprise our C5 and C6 front engine kits. These are all parts, as I said, we've used for almost 2 decades, that we trust implicitly. We do this job over and over again, and we know what works. These kits are available to you, shipped to your door anywhere in the United States, ready to go. I've filled my inventory with them, We are ready to ship anytime. A C5 kit, including everything I've talked about, delivered to your door in the United States is $758.36. A C6 kit is $839.80. You can find both on my website, and we are ready to sell whenever. If you have questions about this, feel free to email me at lyle@corvettepartscenter.com. I'll answer any questions. I think I pretty much covered anything here about the parts themselves, but I'm more than happy to help. So if you have questions or if you need these, let us know. Thanks for watching.